It could be worse. If you're a highly motivated, fully functioning person, then there will be times when you will want to be being more. At those times, I find it's helpful to tell myself, it could be worse. Road crews are doing a lot of work in our area right now, and so the last several times I've tried to get somewhere, I found myself caught in traffic. At times like that, I find it's helpful to take a deep breath and say to myself, it could be worse. Last weekend, Dawn and I went out to eat, and the service was horrible. When we got there, the hosts were arguing over which tables were open, and the food took forever to arrive. At times like that, I find it's helpful to say to myself, it could be worse. The house could use a good cleaning, and there are some projects that I had really hoped would be finished by the end of summer. When I get to feeling that way, do you know what I say to myself? It could be worse. A lot of jobs are tough right now as adjustments are made from the pandemic, and we try to figure out how to recover. If that's making life at work difficult for you, it might help to remember it could be worse. Sometimes memories will pop up on my phone, and one that popped up yesterday reminded me that in 2014 I was in South Africa for the World Powerlifting Championships. I was seated number 1 and was hoping to set world records. Instead, I ripped a quad on my opening lift and spent the rest of the day in the hospital. It was as hard on my ego as it was on my leg. Do you know what helped? I said to myself, it could be worse. In the Apostle Paul's second letter to the Corinthians, he talks about the young church in Philippi. They had their share of challenges. They were not a wealthy community, and they were experiencing persecution. We know that because Paul was thrown in prison when he was there. And yet, when the church in Jerusalem was experiencing a famine, God granted them grace so that their abundant joy and extreme poverty overflowed in a wealth of generosity. They not only gave to help the saints in Jerusalem, but begged for the privilege of sharing. Why? Hearing about the problems in Jerusalem broke their heart and reminded them that it could be worse. The Apostle Paul says in his letter to the Philippians that even with all the difficulties that he had experienced, he learned to be content. If you're looking for the secret of joy and contentment, you might want to read 2 Corinthians 8 or the letter to the Philippians. Look for somebody that you can help, and remember, it could be worse. This is our Wednesday, October 27th edition of a video series we call Stronger Faith. Stay safe and be well. God bless you.